Breaking the Chains, Clifford Beers' Journey to Justice. Imagine being trapped in a place where you're not treated as a person, but as a problem. Chained to a bed, stripped of your dignity, and labeled as hopeless. That was my reality for 3 long years. But what if I told you that those years of suffering became the turning point for mental health reform in America? My name is Clifford Whittingham Beers. Back in the early 1900s, mental health care was drastically different from what we know today. Instead of healing, the institutions I was held in were more about control, power, and punishment. I was treated like a prisoner, not a patient. I was chained to a bed, beaten, and force-fed through tubes. I was told I was crazy, that I was dangerous, and that I was beyond help. But they were wrong about one thing. I wasn't done fighting. The year was 1900, and mental health treatment was based on outdated, inhumane practices. Patients were kept in dark rooms, shackled to walls, and subjected to cruel treatments like ice baths, which were actually just another form of torture. Speaking out about any of this, that was met with even more brutality. I wasn't the only one suffering. The entire system was broken. But what was even more horrifying was how the world turned a blind eye to the suffering. Society had no understanding of mental illness. Instead of treating it with care and compassion, people like me were seen as hopeless cases. The system wasn't meant to heal us. It was meant to control us. But even in the darkest of moments, I found a spark of hope. I promised myself that if I ever made it out, I would expose the truth about what was happening behind those walls. I would make sure no one else would have to suffer as I did. 3 years later, I was released from that institution. But my journey wasn't over. The world needed to know the truth about what was really happening inside those psychiatric institutions. So, I did something no one expected from someone like me. I sat down and began to write. I poured my heart and soul into my book, A Mind That Found Itself. It wasn't just my story. It was the story of thousands of others who had been broken by the system. The book detailed the horrific treatments, the abuse, and the suffering. It was raw. It was real. And when it was published, it shook the world. People were outraged. They couldn't believe the truth I had uncovered. Mental health care in America was exposed for what it truly was: a system designed to control, punish, and silence. But that wasn't enough. I knew that words alone couldn't bring about the change that was desperately needed. So I took action. I didn't just stop at writing a book. I founded the National Committee for Mental Hygiene, now known as Mental Health America. I made it my mission to fight for patients' rights, for humane treatment, and for the radical idea that mental illness should be treated with understanding, not punishment. It wasn't easy. Back then, mental health was a taboo subject. No one wanted to talk about it. The stigma surrounding mental illness was overwhelming. But I kept going. I kept fighting, because I knew that change wasn't just possible, it was necessary. And change did come. It wasn't overnight, but it came. Chains were removed. Patients were treated with dignity. Abuses were challenged. Mental health care began to shift. Clinics were built, and for the first time, the conversation around mental health started to change. Today, millions of people receive care in humane, compassionate environments because one person, one hopeless case, refused to stay silent. So here's what I want you to take away from my story. Your struggles, your pain, they don't define you. They can be the starting point for something incredible. Your darkest moments, your toughest battles, they can become your greatest source of strength. And remember this: the world might call you crazy, but sometimes it does take a little craziness to change the world. Don't let anyone silence your story. Speak your truth. Even from rock bottom, you can rise and inspire others to do the same.